do. I feel like I've done everything in good faith to be able to show you that I'm to prove to you I'm probably not this guy, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like anything I could do would get you to say, you know what, maybe I made a mistake.
What is this weasel wording she's doing? Okay, well, he looks like you, and he has the same name as you. I'm sorry if that's not you.
We can make claims without any substantiation, so you're racist. You're literally mixing me up with another black guy. We can make claims without any substantiation, so you're racist. You're literally mixing me up with another black guy with glasses. I've never had wood in my rooms. Right, in my room at all. I've only been on Cupbot once. I don't even think I'm in her server. I might be, but I know I was only on when I was with Darius, and even during it,
it wasn't when you were on the show, and I made that clear. So please stop bringing that up. Okay. It was much further back than that.
It was when I had my crazy wood walls that I've never had in my entire life.
Okay, that's what I recall the walls looking like. I don't know, you had a boom arm for your microphone. They could have not been wood, but the walls looked dark.
I don't remember how to play this game.
How do I drop the... Like it looked like you were in a basement or something. And also, let me clarify, if this is not you,
change any of my...
I deeply apologize, but it was someone with the name Ahrelevant, someone who looked just like you and had glasses, and I'm not trying to slander you or say something that's not true. It did affect me. Whoever that person was who said that comment did affect me.
Let me go find my base. Let me see what this shit...
Like,
I haven't played this game in a long fucking time.
I was not in a good head place like around that time. So that comment, after getting the criticism that I already did on the show, was really unneeded, honestly. It felt really immature by whoever did make that comment.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure that genuinely sucked, but do you understand how, from my perspective, I was literally sitting, playing...
I hate to say it, but Lav isn't this dumb. They both have zero shame when lying, though. So I don't have any idea. Like, I wanted to find the original claim that she made against him. From what I saw in another Discord, it was essentially like, oh, well, he said that I deserve to get or something, but I don't know exactly what the statement was that she's accusing him of. Hello? Hey.
Somebody's claiming that I was
Wait, sourcing support. Do you have a clip of the claim she made?
Of a game, like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll talk with this person about something I haven't done. Okay, so yeah,
I can see how that would make you feel, and I'm sorry that happened to you. And if that was not you, then I do apologize. But it was someone with the name Ahrelevant. Okay, and looked just like you.
Are you sure it was the same way that mine was spelt with my same...
Yep. That's actually why I recognized you when I saw you in Destiny's Orbit. I was like, that's the guy.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Do you know...
Is there already someone over at my house?
Do you remember any details about my room, my mic, anything?
Yeah, I remember your mic was on a boom arm, and it was like a dark basement room. If it wasn't wood, I'm not like attached to the idea that it was wood, but it like kind of looked like it. But I wasn't in the voice chat very long. I like heard that comment. I sat with it for a minute. I was like trying to continue the conversation, but then I just like was like, this is not the place I should be right now.
Hey.
That I had my camera on in a Cupbot offline voice chat?
Yes.
Oh boy, that's definitely didn't happen. Okay, but I understand there's no way for me to.
And it was a video
right
chat.
Now. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They did have a boom arm like a year ago that I used.
Yeah, it was approximately a year ago.
Yeah. Do you remember any other details about anything?
Looked just like you. The name was Ahrelevant, and they said some fuck shit.
Oh shit! I'm in a tight spot.
I'm not like attached to you being a specific type of person because of that, but like when people in chat are saying you should call this person, I'm like, I would, and I've seen them around and have actually considered talking to them, but if they're attached to that claim that I heard,
well, I'm dead.
If that's not you entirely, then I'm willing to hear that out. But whoever said that, I would not be comfortable like collabing with them and having conversations with them until they understand like how those types of comments can impact people when they're actually in those types of situations.
Sure. I want to run back on one of the claims that you had made earlier, where you said that you weren't trying to put me down or do any of those things. When you are claiming that I am worse than an abuse apologist, that is exactly what you're doing.
I did not say those words at all.
Okay, when I said you're claiming that I'm an abuse apologist, you said
okay,
worse.
wait. Okay. I remember that. There was more to that sentence, but that is part of that sentence. But yeah, like, for someone who, in my opinion, like, being an abuse apologist is more like, oh, my friend did this thing, but, you know, like, he struggles with anger or whatever. That's, like, kind of like that. But when you're directly telling someone who says, like, in front of a big audience, like, yeah, you know, I went through this thing, don't hit your partners, it's not good, don't do that.
Wait, okay, hold on.
So the context of the situation was I was live on stream, and Cute asked me, how did your last relationship end? And I was like, it got abusive, you know, don't hit your partners, to the audience. Then you, so air quotes, because you're saying it wasn't you.
Hold on.
The person whose name...
Open? Yeah, not fair. Yeah, not fair. Not cool. Not chill. Not cool. Not fair. Not cool. I want to go into my house and be safe and put on armor, and I can't because the game is being gay. And I'm dead. Hey, you. Oh, damn, I'm sorry about Ren Fair. I didn't think I'd get hate for canceling. Wait, hold on. Who's giving you hate? Sondsol thinks this is a meritocracy?
Name was Ahrelevant, who looked like you, that was in the Discord, said after I got off stream that I deserved that. That it was just going on about, like, feminists and whatever the fuck, and just, like, putting me down for even bringing up that I was in a toxic relationship, and immediately like saying that it was my
Gifted
fault.
You good vibes. I appreciate that.
Wait, they were shitting on
I'll definitely survive off of those good vibes there, Sieg.
Okay, there's no way. I would be toasted by my chat immediately after that. Okay, but even still.
But you weren't like streaming back then. Like you weren't I didn't see you as a streamer until I saw you with like Destinies.
The story is changing because you said that you were in front of a large audience.
Yes.
Qbot was asking you questions live, so this wasn't a private chat.
No, it was because I got off the stream. I'll clarify to you. I got off the stream and then I went in the video chat after because I was hanging out with people in the community, and the person with your name who looks like you said that they started going on
What
about
is
that.
This weasel wording she's doing? Okay, well, he looks like you and he has the same name as you. I'm sorry if that's not you. Like just say it was him. Don't try these weasel words where you're like saying, well, he looked like you and he sounded like you and he acted like you. It's like, okay, if he did all those things, then you're saying that it was him. Yeah, that's right. She's almost making the argument you all look the same. I think that comes up later, Ryska.
Kept going about like feminists and like this and that and women, and it was around the Amber Heard stuff. So I think that's what kind of propelled more of that narrative for that person.
Okay, so wait, you were on stream or not?
I was
Uncle Sam
on
is from
stream.
Boston.
I'll say this again plainly to you. I was on stream. I got off stream. I went in the video chat, and that was where the person made the comment in the Discord video
Uncle Sam
chat.
lore.
Okay, because the reason why you said is because
he's a New Yorker.
A minute ago, you
Ooh,
said
gross.
I apparently said this in front of a large audience. If I said this in private,
I didn't say that.
Off stream. Huh?
I didn't say that. You said it in front of a large audience. I was adding the large.
Confident you just did.
No, I'm not. I was putting the large audience aspect into the situation. Someone who had just shared something
where
like
she's
that
saying it happened. Is she saying that she ended her stream? Is she saying she ended her stream and then was still on someone else's stream? Is that what she's saying?
In front of a large audience, getting back into the Discord, like this, I was comparing that to like the state of mind they might be in when receiving a comment like that.
Okay. All right. Is there? What would it take for you to? True
comedy,
recognize or for me to convince you that this wasn't me? Because it seems like you have brought up several different details that I've stated do not in line with me or my setup or anything like that, and it doesn't.
You said you had a boom arm.
Yes,
I'm not certain it was wood.
I do not have wooden walls.
I'm not certain about that.
If I was like ranting about how shitty feminists are, I'm pretty sure my chat would try and
You weren't, like I said, you weren't streaming back then. I did not see you as a streamer back then.
I have been streaming for 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've been streaming.
I mean,
just about as long as
you seem pretty okay with some anti-feminist takes, like racist white woman type things. You seem pretty okay with that dialogue.
Okay, but
wait, is that is that anti-feminist to say that some white women are racist?
I mean, if it was not for the name, okay, take away what you look like. If it was just the voice and the name, I would still feel the same way.
Okay.
Like it's nothing to do with your race.
All right. Okay. Sure.
Sure.
I'm just the reason why.
Anti-feminist.
Are you angry right now? Do you need a hug?
White women can be racist sometimes, guys.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's fair.
No, I get it. I've had people say shit about me that wasn't true. I get what that feels like. And if that wasn't you, I am sorry.
Online in front of like 1,000 people with absolutely.
I don't know how I got 1,000 people. It was because I was crying and they were telling me to kill myself. How I got 1,000 people in here. So. I'm not really intentionally doing that. People brought you up.
We as influencers have a responsibility, right? When we have a platform to be able to levy claims.
Yes, I have a question for you. Do you think Destiny has a responsibility to not tell people to kill themselves? I think that the responsibility that you're describing would also apply to that.
Bitch.
You want me to...
Idiot. Why is he still pulsing? Oh, that's disgusting.
If you want me to try and... People keep asking me if this is the person that you're talking about.
Yeah.
What?
That's the thing, too. Like, if it's not you, I don't want to think it's you, because every time I've seen your name
is that
since...
the person?
No, I don't think so. Were they in Cupid or something? I don't... No.
Wait, just to be clear, that isn't the person?
No. It looked nothing like that. It was like a boom arm. It wasn't
I'm
like...
sorry.
Hold on, I know where to find the actual image that she's looking at. I want you guys to tell me. All right? I want you guys to tell me. And just raise your hand. Type in 1 in chat if you know what... Type in 1 in chat if you know what Relly looks like. I just want to... Just so we know. Okay? Here, let me scroll down. I have to find where someone responded to me in... There we go. He's like, is this the person that you're talking about? Is this the person that you're talking about? She's like, no, he doesn't look like that at all. This is Ahrelevant's. Wait, hold on. Can you even see him because of the camera setup? No, you can't. Oops. This is Ahrelevant's twin brother. Ahrelevant's. Yeah. No one can see. Ahrelevant's twin brother. It just looks like Relly, but I can't tell if it's the lighting, but maybe a little bit darker and without the, well manicured facial hair. Like it looks like Relly. Okay, what's the topic of the debate? I'm confused. So this girl accused Ahrelevant of saying some really up shit to her live on stream one time. And every time I skip around on the VOD, it crashes my stream. So I can't find specifically where the claim is. But my understanding is he said something to the effect of, you deserve to get, Yes, she is a lefty. She also debated Destiny directly before this, which once we feel like we've gotten our fill out of this, we'll probably watch that one next.
Sorry, hold on.
There we go.
It looked nothing like this?
Yeah, nothing like that.
You realize that's my identical twin brother, right?
Is that?
Yes, that is me.
Okay, but I'm saying the setup.
You are racist.
No. The setup was a boom arm.
I can't do this no more.
No, because we were talking about the setup.
Much love.
What? We were talking about the setup. It's not a W.
It's my twin brother. You're saying it doesn't look anything like this?
That's an old ass picture. It's okay. I've really realized over time a lot of Destiny orbiters are really not out to actually have dialogue and conversation. It's just the gotcha aspect of it, which is okay. I predict it to be like that.
Doesn't look anything like
no,
this
he
guy.
sent me a picture of a snowball mic and wooden ceiling, which it wasn't.
Was that my computer or her computer? Am I live? Okay.
Wooden ceiling. It was whatever. Oh shit, my camera went out.
I think it's the game. Okay? I think it's the game. I'm quitting the game. No more. So I was trying to find like a spooky game because it's Halloween. Okay. We're not playing that one. Guess what? We're jumping right back into it, folks. We're jumping right back into the game that we have been desperately trying to not play anymore. Okay. Are we still on the same achievement we were trying for yesterday? Only level 1 cards. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Okay.
What's the drama about? So this girl essentially said that Ahrelevant Relly said that she should get or something along those lines. Something very anti-feminist. Okay? Something very anti-feminist. Is it true chocolate is sexually euphoric? Do kids get really horny around Halloween? That's a really strange question, Dino dude. I don't think that works. She should go goth though on the tab.
Hi.
Just like
it was
Twitch
a joke.
real,
It's
dude.
not a funny joke, bro.
Oh no, that's
It's not.
Joke.
No.
A little bit real.
No,
you said
because
that doesn't look
it's
anything
not.
Like me. That is my genetic identity.
So listen. I didn't say it doesn't look anything like you. I was like hesitant. I'm like, no, because that picture.
Clippers got it.
That picture.
Clippers got it.
No.
Got it.
Whatever. Spread the narrative. It gets you clout. Cool.
Erudite's debate channel.
I said it was a boom arm.
Were you trying to farm clout from Destiny?
No, that's the thing. But it's everyone in the chat.
Isn't that how that works?
It's everyone.
Okay. Something's got to change. I don't know why my internet keeps on crashing like this. This is crazy.
Didn't say that either, and you said like yourself.
Wait, you did claim that.
You did say what I said, which is I said the person whoever did that. If it's not you, I don't know why you're so defensive over it. I already admitted.
You said I did it like 9
times.
Okay, and then I came in call with you, and I said, hey, using this name, who looked a lot like you, sounded a lot like you, did say these things.
Yeah. And then I sent you a picture of a guy who, in good faith, had a wooden background, who's the only individual who I could imagine you would confuse with me because he is my
Why are you yelling at me? Are you okay?
Brother.
Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad?
Obviously upset because you're over here not like. Can you just admit that maybe you made a mistake? Like you've done like 9 different levels.
But when you're calling me racist because I'm saying the picture that you sent me of someone with a wooden ceiling and a snowball, which I said it was probably like a basement and there was a boom arm. That's not something that's not true. It did affect me. Whoever that person was who said that comment did affect me. Not to like overshare, but like was not in a good head place.
Okay, she
like,
does
around
not
that time.
have
So that
an
comment,
OnlyFans, everybody.
after getting the criticism that I already did on the show, was really unneeded. Honestly.
Her.
It felt really immature by whoever did make that comment.
Sure. I'm sure that
she does have a cosplay channel,
though.
Do you
understand how, from my perspective, I was literally sitting playing Counter-Strike with my friends, and my roommate comes in telling me that somebody is claiming that I was like saying that they deserve to get abused, and I'm just sitting here in the middle of a game like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll talk with this person about something I haven't
done. There we go. We'll just get rid of that.
Yeah, I can see how that would make you feel. And I'm sorry that happened to you. And if that was not you, then I do apologize. But it was someone with the name Ahrelevant.
I don't mean...
And looked just like you.
Okay, misogyny check, okay? Listen, we in this chat, we support women, all right? But we criticize them the same way. The way that we support them is we criticize them the same way that we criticize, shitty dudes. Shitty dudes, shitty girls, get to shit on them. But we don't need to sit here and find, specifically women-oriented insults, okay? It's a joke. Listen, I can't tell, okay, Dino dude? I can't tell. Well, you realize that the medium of text has a more difficult time trying to convey emotion sometimes than, voices?
Are you sure it was the same way that mine was spelt with my same...
That mic is not placed on a boom arm. That's not what I described.
So when I asked you, is this what you described? I came to you in good faith because people messaged me and they were like, hey, maybe she got you confused with your identical twin brother, even though my brother has no access to my account. He has not done anything like that. Maybe she's confusing me with him. This is the closest that we could get. And so I send you this picture, and then you're like, no, that's not him. I don't know what to do. I feel like I've done everything in good faith to be able to show you that I'm, to prove to you, I'm probably not this guy, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like anything I could do would get you to say, you know what, maybe I made a mistake. You know what, I'll drop it.
I did say that. I did say that. I said that I'm sorry if that is not you, but someone with your name and sounds just like you and looks like you.
It doesn't really count if you're saying it's you. They have the same name as you, though. It looks like you. If it's not you, I'm sorry, but like all of the other evidence that I could like reference, it looks just like you. It sounds just like you. They had the same username, right? They told me to get. So I don't know. I'm sorry if it's not you. That would really suck. That would be a real bummer. But like, yeah. Anyways, like Jesus Christ, fuck, it needs to be held accountable online at least. Jesus Christ, Dino dude, you really, really hate women, don't you? It feels like you hate women. Wait, what did you say that you had to redact? Okay, I don't care.
You did say those things. I'm sorry if that is not you, and I made an assumption with that, but someone did go around that time in Cupid's Discord in the video chat.
I think Dino's someone
with the name
different.
Ahrelevant, and said those things that made me uncomfortable enough to not want to talk to that person until they could address those things.
Yeah, and I think it is beyond understandable that if you confused me with an individual who did that you would feel like many different types of way about it and feel like, you know, I'm a piece of shit and all that. But all I would say is that when I came to you and I asked for any evidence that it happened, and I started providing you evidence that it probably wasn't.
Where did you provide me any of that evidence?
Can we also just like recognize how, like, I think that Relly is probably one of the coolest people in this space. Me and him have talked like maybe 2, maybe 3 times in totality. So it's not like me and him are like best buds or even like friends or anything, right? But we're acquaintances, all right? I'll say that we're acquainted. We know who each other are. And I think that he's probably one of the like, I think that, I think it's nice to like point out when people in this space are actually not huge pieces of shit, when they actually seem to be like good people. So like when I talked with Food Shops the other night, like I was talking about Loaderbox, Dylan Burns. I was talking about like people that I see as just like excellent people in the space, right? Because we always talk about how all these streamers, they're all sociopathic, you know, narcissistic pieces of shit, right? But I think it's also important to say, hey, you know what? This person right here, I think is actually like a good person. I think Relly is one of those people. And on top of that, he is like a really, really, really good debater. He is really good when it comes to especially like interpersonal drama debates. He is like on top of that shit 100% of the time. I don't think I've ever seen Relly take an L on anything like this, right? It's like knowing who Relly is, going into all of these accusations with like the knowledge of who he is, right, and how he operates. Like the idea that he would tell anyone to go get is pretty absurd, right? And then him coming in and being super reasonable and super patient and super like let's just say it, nice, considering like what she said about him, right? For him to be this patient and this nice about it is just like, you know, he's a pretty cool dude. He's a pretty nice guy, you know? What about him claiming he was an incel? I don't remember that, okay? I don't know anything about that. I don't have an issue with women. I just get upset at entitled far left feminist cunts online. I mean, yeah, I would just like chill out about it. Like I think that people have this impression that most women are like this, and I just don't think so. I've interacted with too many women in my time. You know what I mean, guys? And sorry, just had to throw in a little bit of misogyny right there, right at the end. All right, the Relly incel arc. I guess I did. Holy shit.
When you described the room, when you described the setup, when you described what they said, when you just all of these things, and I'm explaining to you, I haven't been in a place with wood, right? This, again, my brother has.
And I'm not attached to it being wood because it was a basement and it was dark.
Okay, so then I'll retreat back to my previous point. Is there anything I can say to you that is going to convince you that you might
maybe not yell at me and lie knowingly about calling me racist, and actually just come to me from a human perspective and be like, hey, this truly wasn't me, and I don't feel this way.
Oh my God. I might believe you that I made a mistake, or that I have a case of mistaken identity here, if you weren't yelling at me. You're the one who like came out with the accusation. You don't get to cry about people like coming in to confront you about an accusation you made against them. It's Lav 2.0. That's what people have said in chat earlier, but Sourcing Support said that at least Lav was smarter than this. Like, this girl just seems to have said something like off the cuff, and then not realize that like really doesn't like the idea of false accusations, and so she's getting live for it right in front of all these people, and now she can't really run away from that because she done did this in public. So now it's her fault. She's put herself in this position. It sounds exactly like Lav. No, Lav is probably way better at manipulating. I think in conversation, she's way better at manipulating the conversation to steer towards her direction. And she would be asking for Lav would be asking for way more evidence to disprove her claim.
And like, you have the wrong person, and I don't know if someone is like using your name.
Sorry. I'm reading a lot of chat here. Let me see what Sourcing Support said and then see what you said. Yeah, but you didn't he didn't say it because he's too much of a pussy to do so, which is evidenced by him being too soft in this call. No, hold on. Let's be ultra clear, Sourcing Support. We know he didn't say it, not because he's too much of a pussy to do it, but because it's out of character, right? He can hold on. He doesn't have to be ultra edgy to destroy someone in a drama debate.
How am I supposed to defend myself? I have to be TOS because you won't let me defend myself. You're literally still talking over me.
Dude, you will go down as the biggest pussy on this platform in the history of mankind. You're going to go down as the biggest pussy in the history of this platform,
fucking time.
Yeah, fuck off, you baby. All right, keep
fucking did.
Dude,
it's over.
Oh my God, dude. We did it, dude. He's fucking crying, dude. Holy fucking shit. Reel in your man. Reel in your man, John. Holy fucking shit. Reel in your man, John. You got it.
1 second. I need to catch up on what Sieg was saying. But yeah, it's not that Relly is too much of a pussy, all right? He's definitely able to interact with people, but he's on the back foot here. You have to understand. He's on the back foot because he is a man, and he's arguing with a woman who is accusing him of something, and she has no evidence for it, and he's trying to, like, very gently say, and he's trying to, like, maintain the optical win here, right? It's not that he's too soft in the call. It's that if he comes off any harder than this, then, like, people are going to write him off and, like, yeah, he probably did it, And then Sieg said, there's a power in being a victim for exactly what you said. Yeah, exactly what Sieg is saying right here. They claim they can't fix themselves, and you must fix yourself, which tells you how abusive and toxic these people are. Because who wants a relationship with someone who expects you to modify everything for them but don't expect anything in return? You see it in their mainstream rhetoric on things like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I think that's a wholly defensible statement there. Yeah, 100%. What happened? This girl made a... Here, did I minimize it? It's right here. This girl accused Relly of saying that she deserves to get... but then doesn't have any evidence for it, and he's trying to say you have a mistaken identity. And then also 1 second, did I close out the tab? Oh, I'm such an idiot. That might have been the tab that me. Let me see if I can find it super quick. Nair, he used a picture of his twin brother, and she said, "No, that wasn't him." Bro, you have to see the picture, dude. You have to see the picture. One second. Let me scroll down again. Let me re-find it. Here we go. This girl is saying, Nair, look. He's like, did he look like this? Is this the person? And she's like, no, he doesn't look anything like that. That's Ahrelevant's identical twin brother. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. His identical twin brother, and she's like, no, that doesn't look anything like him. That looks like Riley a little bit, okay? It looks a lot like Riley, just gotta say. Okay. His character is that of Mr. Nice Guy. I don't feel like his character is Mr. Nice Guy whatsoever. Out of curiosity, is Taco Bell in Texas better than Taco Bell? No, Taco Bell is just it's gross. I will say what I want. I'm not like telling you what you can and can't say. I just disagree, you know? I don't know where the hostility is coming from here. Well, I see. Yeah. Well, maybe don't do that, okay? Maybe don't tell people to off themselves in my chat, okay? Because it's not that it makes you look bad, it's that it makes me look bad that I allow that to be in my chat. So careful, all right? I care more about my optics than your optics.
But that is what happened.
Asking me to be more exemplary than you are, because you aren't even providing me that same credence. You are not providing me.
I just did, actually.
latitude.
I just did.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
You're saying to me that I have to say, oh, you know what? I understand actually why you might be making this claim. I can't make up claims about you that actually genuinely might be like it looks like you just got me mixed up with another black guy.
Because it's the name. It's the name specifically. It's the name specifically, and I don't think like that. That's an assumption that I don't agree with.
Okay, my bad. I didn't realize you didn't think like that. Like you
I don't.
Understand. Okay, great. So my whole thing right now, okay, is that I feel like I've put in significant steps, of course, at the help of individuals, the brothers and sisters that.
Oh yeah, utilizing the audience, utilizing DGG as your army. Yeah, good job.
My roommate.
Unfortunately, even if it was DGG that he was utilizing, so you made a claim about him, and they helped him collect stuff so that he could like try to prove his innocence. You don't get to make an accusation, and then when people, gather evidence to the contrary, you don't get to cry that they were able to gather that evidence when you weren't able to, utilize as many people to make your false allegation. You don't get to cry about that. What a move.
Also sent it to me, so yes, there's people around me who tried to assist me in this conversation to be able to help you understand whether or not it might have been potentially my brother and potentially implicating my brother. So yeah, I don't know why you're like snapping at that as if that's a bad thing. There was people that said maybe.
I mean, you're the one who hung up and like laughed about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I hung up and laughed about it when you said no, it's not him, and no, that. It's,
because I didn't think it was him, and I was genuinely thinking about it. And no, he looks a little. He looks a little bit different than you. You guys present differently.
Link the image. It's my identical twin. What are you talking about? It's as it's as close as you can get genetically.
It's a different setup. You don't. It's a different setup. It's not the person that I saw, at least that I know of.
Ain't no way, bruh.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way what?
Maybe it was Darius. Maybe it was Darius on Ahrelevant's computer. Maybe that's who she's thinking of, dude. I don't know.
Telling me that some random guy is a closer match to me than my genetic identity.
I don't know if it was some random guy, but you're really jumping on a lot of different conclusions right now. I'm open-minded to what this might be.
I'm just following your lead.
The walk back.
I am just trying to figure out where I can go at this point to change or convince you that maybe saying that I am an abuse apologist
she's probably
is
just
not
a liar.
good
Let me
idea
be clear.
unless you can find some extra bit of it. Maybe I did do what she said. I genuinely don't know.
The thing is, I'm not as much concerned with the perception of DGG as I am with sharing my authentic experience with things.
I'm sorry, say again?
I'm not as much concerned with the perception of the audience and DGG as I am sharing my authentic experience with things. So if somebody else with the name Ahrelevant did those things, then I'm sorry I directed that at you, another person named Ahrelevant. I'm not doing that based off of race or anything else, but it very much sounds...
Does she have a YouTube? Like, does she upload anything? She has a YouTube. Does she upload anything there? Oh, she's a flow artist. Listen, any girl that does flow art, okay? Without exception, extremely mentally ill. Without exception, extremely mentally ill. In my experience, but if they're in the forest with a hula hoop or some similar item, just saying. Now let's go back a year. Oh, we've got not that many videos, so it wasn't that traumatizing to her. 10 months, a year. TikTok compilation, Billie Eilish cover. This was 3 years ago. That was 2020. She said that it happened in late 2022, so it couldn't have been then. So it wasn't horrible enough for her to try and drama farm off of it back then. It wasn't horrible enough for her to speak her truth then, but I guess like some person that was, the implication is it was almost definitely Ahrelevant, definitely told her to get, and there's no, has she spoken about it ever since then? Like, is there anything, like, would it not be like widely captured because Relly is not a small figure in DGG. People know who he is, right? Especially back then, there was like a lot of, before like the Darius Relly arc, there was a lot of, Relly debate clips that went around, like I showed with the Haas thing. Like, it's not like he's just a random dude who nobody would ever clip saying crazy shit. I don't know anything about the chocolate thing, Dino, dude. I've never seen DGG go nearly as hard as Hassan's, Demon Mama's, Vosh's, etc. communities. I've seen them go hard, but it's a different kind of hard than you see from the lefties, right? The lefties engage in like actual life ruination shit, whereas DGG, like, they'll go into someone's Twitter mentions and then they'll just like ask questions, right? Like, I've looked at these threads before where people say that they're getting dogpiled, and most of the time it's like, this is really dumb. How can you make this claim without blah, 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 right? That's the overwhelming majority of it. There's going to be a couple of people who are bad actors, but the overwhelming majority is people just like, do you have evidence for the claim that you're making against Destiny? Do you have evidence for the claim that you're making against Ahrelevant? Do you have evidence? Like that's the kind of brigading that DGG does, right? And then Hassan's people on Reddit, on Twitter, like they just go balls to the wall on like calling people fascists, calling people, like actually like hurtful, hateful things, right? And then I think that, and I don't see, now I don't know, maybe there's just stuff that I don't know about, but from my my understanding or my experience, Hassan's people don't really do the life ruination stuff as much, but Vosh's crew, Demon Mama's crew, those people are actually dangerous. Those people are dangerous. They will dox, they will contact workplaces, and they will justify it all in the name of, like utilitarian, whatever the,